adding transitions can make a big difference between having independent, separate clips or images and having ones that actually flow together. All right, so let's imagine I've got multiple images here, right? And I've got three. I just picked some pictures off of my desktop. And I've got this picture of the dog. I've got this picture of a restaurant in Las Vegas. And I've got another cute picture of a dog. And so if I want to add those transitions, I'm going to go up to Window. I'm going to go down to Effects. And then I'm going to use Video Transitions. I'm going to use the same transition throughout my video, because otherwise it looks tacky. All right, and you're going to just drag it to the middle of your either video or your image. All right, so here you go. Now, clearly, you might need to adjust it. Maybe you don't like how abrupt that was. Maybe you want it to be slower. If you do, you can go in and change this 1 second to 2 seconds. So now you notice how it spread out there. Now, you might notice too that because these images are different sizes, it's not a great transition here, but that's okay. This is just for practice. So, as I said, I would take the same transition. Hold on, let me redo that. Grab the same transition and pull it over, and you can put it in the middle like I just did. Alternatively, it will let you put it more towards one side, and that will mean that's where the dissolve happens. So we've got that versus if I delete that and put it only on this side, now it's going to not dissolve until the other image is what dissolves. I'd say the happy medium is putting it in the middle, so you get a little dissolve on each side if you choose to do a dissolve one. All right, you don't have to hit delete like I just did. You can just add a new one over it and it will super. So let's imagine I want to do the iris one. I can just pull it over on top of it, and now it's different. I think something like the iris one ends up looking too intrusive for something that's actually having people talk, unless it's going to be, you could do this in certain situations, but I would say oftentimes it just doesn't work. So you want to read the tone of your documentary. How do you want it to look? In terms of other transition options, your only other thing you're really going to do is audio. And so let's say I wanted to have a change. I wanted to use the beginning part of this audio, and then I wanted to use a later part. This might be a good place to put a transition, because there's going to be some kind of disconnect between those. I don't know what it's going to sound like. Let's listen real quick. So there was change there, right? So we might want to try one of the audio transitions to see if that can help us mitigate that. So that kind of helps it fade a little bit. Same thing on here. You can change how long that takes. So maybe I want it to be 3 seconds. So I want to try and make it more subtle. Right. So if this was music with words, which is why I wouldn't say that's not going to work for you, and most of that's not free anyway, it wouldn't work. So transitions are important.